you so much for joining me. I want to apologize if I've inconvenienced anyone by being late. I did not intend to. I'm so sorry. A lot of things have come up that I had to deal with, and I don't feel well at all. I'm in a lot of pain. My sciatic nerve is hurting terribly. If you've ever had sciatic nerve pain, you understand what I'm talking about. But it's hurting me to sit in this chair. All right. Oh, so Spirit indicated to me before I started. Spirit's been speaking to me so loudly. First of all, I was in the bathroom and I heard Spirit say to me very plainly, "Thank you for helping us. We knew you could handle it, and you will be rewarded for your sacrifice and also your obedience." And I knew what they were talking about. They were talking about my job. And so, as I had suspected, I was placed there intentionally. Welcome to whoever's joining me. Thank you for being here. I hope you will like, share, subscribe, and consider joining the channel. So yeah, I was put there intentionally to stop the evil that was happening in that place. And hopefully that will be the case. If not, then I'll call the 800 number and I'll report them for what they've done, because what they've done is illegal. All right, so the next thing I want to say is I'm going to do a members only video tonight. And I'm going to, if you join me, if you're a member and you join me, I'm going to put up a notification so the members know that I'm doing the video. I might do it tomorrow night. That way I'll give them a chance to plan to be there, or tomorrow. But I'm going to start doing members only videos. Hey baby, how are you? Thank you for commenting. Hey, I can't see well. Oh my goodness. Nisha Nishu 5668. Welcome. Can I call you Nishan? May I call you Nishan? Hello, Felix. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you for liking. Oh, bless you. Bless you all. Thank you so very much, all of you, for being here. I so much appreciate you being here. And as I was saying, I'm going to start doing members only videos because I have a couple of members now. And as promised, they will get extra content. And if they are a top member, one of the top supporters of the channel, after 3 months, they'll get a free private one-on-one session with me, unlimited amount of questions. And I'll do that for you all yearly, the ones of you who are top supporters. But for a basic membership to this channel, it's only $2.99 per month. So I don't think that's asking a whole lot. And you'll get a lot of Q&A because there won't be very many people on the members only videos. A lot of my Q&A is going to probably move over to the members only. I'll still do Q&A on the regular videos, the free videos. I'll never stop doing Q&A for free. But the people who support me will definitely get a lot more attention because they're supporting me and they deserve that. All right. Hello, Mackie. How are you? Thank you for being here. What's up? What's up? It's so good to have you all. Thank you for being here. So I was just saying that I'm going to start members only because I have members now and they've been promised extra content and they're going to get it. And they're going to get a lot more attention from me. A lot of my Q&A will become members only. I'll still do it for free. I'll always do it for free. And also, Spirit has indicated to me that there's someone who needs me to answer a question because you can't wait the entire time to get on the list and ask. So, because Spirit indicated that to me, I'm going to give you a reading now. So, I don't know who you are. It could be more than one of you, but I'm going to answer a Q&A real quick before I get started because Spirit asked me to, okay? All right, so, and also, after the last reading, I found this piece of rubber. It's from my trinket bowl. And when this comes out, it means that somebody needs to check their tires. Something's going on with someone's tires. You could have had a nail in your tire. There's holes in this. So that would indicate to me that you might need to get your tires checked. You could have a nail in one of your tires. Be careful not to get a nail in one of your tires. You may need new tires. And if you do, I hope you're able to afford them because I just got some put on my car and I really couldn't afford them. But I had to have them, so I got them anyway. All right, so Spirit, what is it that you want to say to whoever it is that has a question and can't wait? Spirit said, first thing I need to do is give you a prayer. All right, so whoever you are, you're going to get a prayer. This is Q&A because whoever you are, you can't wait. O God of heaven and earth, it is good to sing your praises and to bless your holy name always. You do great things for us. The whole earth is full of your glory. To you be glory in the universe and in Christ Jesus for endless ages. Amen. All right, so whoever you are, Spirit's indicating to me that you are someone who gives God a lot of praise, who praises Spirit. You're someone who has a lot of respect for Spirit. You're someone who is going to be incredibly blessed. I think you're going to have a lot of prosperity coming your way. That's the feel that I have. Spirit said to ask about spiritual gifts for whoever you are. All right. What spiritual gifts are operating in their life, Spirit? May I see, please? What spiritual gifts are operating? What are you doing in their life? Spirit said your loved ones in spirit have a message for you. Whoever you are, it's because your loved ones in spirit have a message for you. Someone could have lost a woman. It could be a mother or a grandmother. There's a lot of dragonflies on this picture. Do you see that? They're indicating to me that you were drawn to the channel because of the name of the channel, Dreaming Dragonfly. Somehow that resonates with you, the dragonfly stuff. Number 20 is significant. Something could have happened to someone who was 20 years old, 20 years ago. Or you could factor this down to a 2. You could have lost 2 people, and they have a message for you. On the bottom of the deck, we have your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are here to give you a message from your loved ones in spirit who have crossed over. Okay, so I'm going to grab a deck of cards that give me messages from our loved ones. Spirit said not that deck. Okay. All right. Messages from this person's loved one. What message do you have from their loved one? May I ask you, please? I should have, could have, would have, and I need to take a step back because I'm still trying to figure out what I want. So this person was kind of clingy, and because it said that in reverse, like they wouldn't take a step back to figure out what they wanted. And they wish they would have done things different. They have regrets, is what it's saying. Or they say you have regrets. I'm not sure yet which. What message does this loved one have? May I see, please? Someone could have lost a child. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And even though we shouldn't, I still want to. But that's in reverse. So it's saying, even though we should have, I didn't want to. So they have regrets. this person. They have regrets for not doing things with you that they should have done with you. What message does this loved one have, Holy Spirit? May I see, please? Someone's loved one whose crossover is with me. I'm hearing jealousy and cream of something soup. Jealousy was the first word I heard. And then cream of corn or some kind of soup, they're indicating. As more time passes by, I feel a deeper void without you in my life. And I should have, I could have, I would have, is in reverse. So it's like, there's a sense of they feel a void. Someone feels a void here without this person in their life. And they don't want you to have regrets. What's the message you have for your loved one? It could have been a man, a woman, or a child, or all three. The message they have for you is this. Don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you. And something or someone is standing in between us right now. All right, so somehow, someone, one or the other, is afraid that you're going to give up on them and they're scared to lose you. Don't go. I think what they're saying is you didn't want them to go. You didn't want them to die, to go. And something was standing between you, or still is. It's like you don't realize how close this person is in the spirit realm, or maybe you weren't able to get to them when they were dying. And then it says, I feel like an idiot for the choices I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. So somebody feels bad about the choices they made, and they feel like they weren't thinking clearly. That's the message they have, is don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you. I think whoever this was, you did not want them to die, and I don't think you were able to get to them before they did. And that has caused you to feel bad about the choices you made, because this person could have been sick and you went somewhere while they were sick, and then you couldn't get back to them before they died. That could be what's being said here. Anything else you want to say? I'm going to put those back in different places. Is there anything else you want to say to your loved one? Or is there anyone else that has a message for their loved one? I won't stay for very long. I'm sorry. And I want this so badly, but I'm afraid of getting hurt, so I self-sabotage. So someone is saying that they told you they wouldn't be gone long, and they couldn't come back. So it's like, oh, I feel this tingling in my back. My back is tingling for some reason. They could have had something happen to their back. It's saying that they left you, and they said they'd be right back, and then they weren't able to come back. And they wanted something real bad, but they were afraid of getting hurt, and they self-sabotaged. I think they left you to go get something that they wanted real bad. And then whatever happened to them, they saw it coming. They knew they were about to get hurt, and that they self-sabotaged by leaving in the first place. But you know, that happens a lot. People leave and they go to the store, or they go, you know, wherever. Like the weekend of Thanksgiving, my sister's son went to a concert, and he was on his way home from the concert, he was supposed to spend the night with a friend of his after the concert ended at midnight. And he found out he had to sleep on the floor. So he said he called his mom and he said, Mom, I want to come home. And she said, okay, I'm going to call you every hour because it's like a 4-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive. She said, I'm going to call you every hour until you get home because it's late and I want you to stay awake. So be careful. And he was driving home and he was 3 miles from home. And she called him and she said, how are you doing? And he said, I'm about 3 miles from home. And you know, most accidents happen about 3 miles from home. That's statistics. And she said, just put the cruise control on and get here safely. And so he did. He put the cruise control on, and guess what happened next? He fell asleep. And he was going 70 miles an hour down the highway. And he woke up because every airbag in his truck went off, and he totaled his truck. He flipped it over, and it landed upright. And the reason why he wrecked is because when he fell asleep and ran off the road, he hit a car. And there was nobody in the car, but he didn't know that. So he was running around frantic because he could tell that he had killed whoever was in that car. There was nothing left of the car. And he was frantic. And when EMS, my sister has 360 on her phone so she can keep up with her kids and her family. And 360 called 911 and had 911 dispatched before my sister could even get there. And she was awake waiting for him pulling the yard. So she ended up, instead of him pulling in the yard, having to go to the scene of an accident with her son running around frantically trying to figure out who he had killed, because he just knew whoever was in that car was dead. And they were trying to explain to him, we've already found out the car was not occupied. There was nobody in the car. But he was so convinced that he had killed somebody that he was out of his mind. And they said, can you please get your son in the ambulance so I can look at him and make sure that he's not hurt? Because there was nobody in the car. So my sister said, Colby, there's nobody in the car. Come over here and let them look at you. There was nobody in the car, sweetheart. You're okay. You're fine. Everything's fine. You're alive. The car is totaled, but there was nobody in it. We can handle that. We have insurance. So he got in the ambulance and he said, Mom, I thought I had killed somebody and I couldn't live with that. I would have killed myself. And so that's kind of what this sounds like. It's somebody that said, I won't be gone long. I'll be back in just a little while. Because they wanted something so badly, but somebody was afraid they would get hurt. Because it was kind of like one of those situations where it was self-sabotage. Like they wanted to go to the store to get, ice cream or soda or cigarettes or whatever, or beer. And they got in the car drinking and driving, or they got in the car to go and there was ice on the roads, or it was raining and they got in an accident. That's what this sounds like. But then on the bottom of the deck, we have within a few months. So this may not have happened yet. They might be warning somebody. This could be a warning for somebody to be careful. And it could have something to do with the tires on your car. That you want something so badly, but somebody's afraid you'll get hurt and self-sabotage. This could be a warning in a lot of different ways for somebody. This could be somebody's loved one because it says within a few months. This could happen to somebody within a few months. You're going to say, I won't stay very long. I'm sorry. You're going to be like, I'm sorry, but I got to go. And I won't be gone long, but I got to go. And they're saying you want something so bad, but they're afraid of you getting hurt because you're self-sabotaging. And that it's going to happen within a few months. Or whatever happened here, something is going to happen within a few months. Can you show me what's going to happen within a few months? If you're joining me and you're just joining right now, I'm channeling for someone's loved one who is, Spirit indicated to me at the beginning of the reading that someone needed me to do a reading for them, and it turned out to be a loved one in spirit, and their spirit guides are here, and so I'm giving a message. All right, what's going to happen within a few months? Temperance and the Knight of Cups. What's going to happen within the next few months? The Knight of Wands came out with the Four of Wands. Someone is going to be happy again together with the King of Wands. Somebody's going to end up with a King of Wands in a relationship or at a gathering. It could be a wedding. It could be a graduation. It could be some kind of celebration. Someone here could be military, and you're going to be reunited with a father or a child. Somebody's going to be together again with a King of Wands, a man, a masculine, who they have been maybe separated from. Somehow you're going to be together with them again. And strength. So this is a Leo that we're talking about here. There's a Leo that's going to be grateful to be reunited at some kind of gathering, maybe with a child, military involvement. Someone jumped off of a roof and committed suicide. That's not going to be for everyone, obviously, but there's someone who jumped off of a roof and committed suicide. Show me what the Four of Wands represents. How is that togetherness? You have a lot of memories. You're going to be at some kind of gathering in the next few months. And you're going to be remembering this person. It looks like it could be a funeral. Why is the King of Wands here? Because of the Queen of Pentacles and her being drained and defeated. So there's a woman here who has been through a lot of anguish over this man. And it looks like she's going to have to go to his funeral, or he's going to have to go to hers. Both of them are upright, though. Why is she drained and defeated? Because of the Hierophant and useless delay. The Ace of Wands. So, the Hierophant can be a contract, or it can be like traditional teachings. It could represent a funeral. This is somebody's memorial service. And that's what's happening in the next few months. Is someone's going to be reunited with a loved one because of a memorial service. And it has something to do with a King of Wands, who's a Leo, and a Queen of Pentacles, who has been drained and defeated because something just didn't happen. Something's not happening. Look, but there's hope. There's hope, Spirit says. What do you mean there's hope? Spirit wants to give you hope. Somebody's judgment is here, and the Two of Cups. It has something to do with using good judgment when it comes to a relationship. Something never got started. Maybe you were planning on marrying this person, and it was not able to happen because of them dying. Or this may not have happened yet. What's the outcome of the judgment? the devil in reverse. So this could be somebody who uses judgment when it comes to something toxic and overthinking about this. Letting go of indulgence. This judgment they're saying is stop overindulging. Clarify overindulging. Overindulging is what's causing this misfortune, and it's causing you to not be emotionally complete. It's damaging your life and your emotional state. Someone here, it looks like, may have a drinking problem, and if they're not careful, there could end up being a memorial service for someone in the next few months. Wow, that was a very intense, Spirit. All right, and let's see if they have anything else. Spirit said use another deck. We're getting ready to start the general reading. Give me 1 second. This is a special reading for someone. What else would this person say to their loved one? What else would this person say? Being apart has been life-changing for me. So they're saying being away from you has been life-changing. And they're in a much better space now. They're in a much better place now. But being apart from you has changed their life. I'm so sorry for your loss. Somebody needs to stop partying so much, is what I'm getting. The celebration is here in reverse. And there's something going on with someone's house. There's a house involved. And they're saying that you're not listening or you're not doing something when it comes to your music. They may try to talk to you through music. I feel that this person tries to talk to you all the time and you're not listening. They want me to give you a message from your guardian angels. Or why did I say guardian angels? These are angel cards. What is the message you have for your loved one? I am deserving of vibrant health. I honor my body and my body honors me. Message from Archangel Raphael. With my emerald green rays of light, I can bring your body and soul back into alignment for optimal health and balance. So you need help. And they're saying, Archangel Raphael will help you. Call on Archangel Raphael for help for your health to be vibrant. And honor your body, and your body will honor you. And then I have abundance flows effortlessly. Remember I said that you were going to have abundance? Abundance flows effortlessly into my life. It is natural for me to thrive. Message from Archangel Ariel. Call upon me, the Archangel of Manifestation, to bring abundance and prosperity into your life. Let's all thank Spirit for this message. Thank you so much, Spirit, for the message. Can I get a trinket for this person that they will know that this is coming from their loved one? May I get a trinket that might represent this? It'll just be something that the two of them would understand. Give me a message, Spirit. Okay. For one thing, interesting, Spirit, I got the letter B. So somehow the letter B factors in to whoever you are. I got a turtle. I got an elephant. And I got a Pegasus. Like a horse with wings. When horses fly, you know, like when donkeys fly, you all might have said that. When donkeys fly, Okay, all right. So, oh, there's a card in the wrong deck alert. Oh, there's two. There's messages coming from everywhere. It's time for shit to get real. I didn't put these here, I promise you. And turn knowledge into wisdom, wolf spirit. That one came out in reverse. So this is saying to me that you need to start working on your knowledge. You need to start turning the knowledge, the things you're learning, into wisdom and stop making the same mistakes over and over and over again. That's what I'm getting. Okay? Okay. All right, let's get started on today's reading. Porch Swing Angel is the song that I got. We're going to put these cards away in the right decks. Thank you, Spirit, for showing me they were in the wrong decks. I had no idea. Okay, Porch Swing Angel by Bloodline Muscadine. Let me find my music on here. I got to get things set up again. My daughter had it all set up for me, and now I have a new phone. Porch Swing Angel, Bloodline Muscadine. Alright, it goes like this. Don't put on that makeup. We ain't going nowhere. Let's just sit on this porch swing. We can take it from there. It's the sound of the chain links as we rock till it's night. And we can watch as the sun sets in hopes of holding you tight. And maybe, and be my porch swing angel. Got my heartstrings tangled. Got those eyes that'll bring you to your knees. It's her smile like Sundays. Been a while, but one day. Yeah, that girl, she's the only thing I need. Want to tell her how I feel. I don't want to scare her away. We've been friends for a long time. I don't want to change that today. But I'm sick of fighting these feelings 'cause I ain't slept in days. I'm tired of hanging on this limb 'cause I can't find the right words to say. Except be my porch swing angel. Got my heartstrings tangled. Got those eyes. Hey, sweetheart, I'm doing a video and I'm live, okay? Let me get up with you when I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Except be my porch swing angel. Got my heartstrings tangled. Got those eyes that'll bring you to your knees. Somebody's going to call you. Nothing happens by accident in a reading, and somebody's name could also be Michael. It's her smile like Sundays. Been a while, but one day. Yeah, that girl, she's the only thing I need. Be my porch swing angel. Got my heartstrings tangled. Got those eyes that'll bring you to your knees. Won't you be my porch swing angel? Got my heartstrings tangled. Got those eyes that'll bring you to your knees. It's her smile like Sundays. Been a while, but one day. Yeah, that girl, she's the only thing I need. Yeah, that girl, she's the only thing I need. And reverse any roles you need to, because this is a general reading. Kailash is our moderator, Brandon, and he's working on the list. Okay, baby. Hello, Stony Scorpio. What's up, baby? How you doing? It's in the description box, Stony, but Kailash can always explain it to you. I'm doing a general reading, but things were done a little differently today because Spirit indicated that somebody needed a message, and then when I asked for the message, it turned out to be a channeled message from someone's loved one who had crossed over. And so we started out a little different. Typically, I just do a general reading, and then I do Q&A for free. I do have some participants now who have joined my channel, and I'm going to start the extra content will start this week, and I'm going to start shifting the majority of my Q&A to that particular video, but I will always do Q&A for free on the readings for everyone, because not everyone can afford $2.99 or $5.99 to join the channel. The music that I got, Porch Swing Angel, that is shaping the reading that I'm about to do right now, because Spirit gives me songs either organically or sometimes I just use my playlist on YouTube, and the song will shape the reading. So in this particular reading, somebody has fallen in love with their friend, and they are not able to sleep at night because all they can do is think about how much they want to be with this person. And it sounds like the two of you spend a lot of time together, or at least talk a lot on the phone. And that's why we got the card, it's time for shit to get real. Because that's what it is. This is a relationship that it's time for it to get real. It's time for this person to get real. It's time for them to come clean about how they feel and tell this person that they're in love with them. But they're afraid to, because they're afraid that it'll ruin their friendship. And it does, doesn't it? It often does. If you get in a relationship with a really good friend and the relationship doesn't work out, for a lot of people, it ends the friendship. But let me tell you, it doesn't have to. It does not have to. If you're mature about it, it doesn't have to. It can be difficult, though, if you fall in love with somebody and things don't work out because you're still in love and they don't love you like you love them and they just want it to stay on a friendship level. This is one of those situations where last night you could have slept with a friend, and now today you don't know how to handle it. Like, you could be the one that was like, I'm not in love with them. I just wanted us to be friends, and now we've gone and had sex, and now this has turned into something I didn't mean for it to turn into. I don't really want to be with them. But, you could have been going through something and they were comforting you. They could have been, trying to help you through a hard time. And, sex can be comforting, right? So what I'm getting from this is that the two of you are either just friends and one of you's fallen in love, or there was a situation between the two of you recently where the two of you slipped up and had sex and you were just friends. So for some reason, Spirit wants to talk about that. And I'm just going to try my best, because I'm just a human being. Don't worship me. Worship Spirit. Everything that happens on this channel is because of Spirit. And Spirit, gets all the credit. I take no credit for my abilities. Everything I have comes from Spirit. Let me answer my daughter real quick. She wants me to go with her. My throat chakra's trying to close. On a hayride at the Kirkman farm, they have a big farm, and they hook up a trailer with seats down about the sides, and they take you on a hayride, and they have trees decorated for Christmas. It's real nice, and I think that they serve hot chocolate or something. It's like $5 a piece to go, but she's been asking me to go all week, and I'm struggling. Oh, thank you for the flower. How beautiful. I'm really, really struggling with my sciatic nerve, and she knows that. And so she's telling me if I'm able that she wants me to go with her. But I fell off a ladder and got hurt in August. And they told me when I got the CAT scan at the hospital, because I got hurt really bad. They told me that they found cancer in my back. And then I had to go through a whole series of tests to see what was going on with that. Well, I had a job working for a contractor for the government. And Monday, I got fired. And the lady that fired me had been harassing me since she found out I got hurt. Like, she didn't know I had told HR because I had just told them like 2 days prior. But she started harassing me, and she wrote me up and put a bunch of lies in the write-up. And she told me when we were doing the meeting, it was supposed to be a meeting with 4 people, and nobody showed up but her. And in the meeting, she said, this is not to punish you. You're not in trouble. It's not going to affect your raises or your bonus, because I was supposed to get a $3,000 bonus for December. She said, it's not going to affect you in any way. We're not even going to show this to HR. This is just so that we can help you because we see that you're struggling. Well, the only way I was struggling is I hadn't put some notes in, and my productivity was showing low because I hadn't put the notes in. But I still had a couple days to get those notes in. So my supervisor met with me and told me, she said, I know it's been a hard month for you. She said, I know what you've been going through because you shared it with me. She said, but you need to tell HR because they can protect you for, being ill, being injured. She said, and I want you to go through your phone, and I want you to go through your email, and I want you to put every note in for every person you've talked to, because we get credit for talking to people on the phone, not just seeing them face to face. And I was not able to walk, much less go, drive a car. So I did that, and my productivity shot up from 30% to 69, and we were supposed to be getting 75. Well, I was a new hire. I had not quite been at the company for a year, and this happened in August. So I had been there for, way under a year at that point. I was still very much in the training process, learning. I had never had a supervisor. I was always using a supervisor from another team because they were short-staffed. Anyway, long story short, I baited her because she was harassing me so much and giving me so much hell. I got sick of it, so I baited her. And I sent her a jabber, and I told her, because we all work from home, I sent her a jabber, and I said, oh, guess what? I don't have cancer. I guess I'm going to be around for a while. I said, I sure do wish you would mentor me because I so respect you. You know so much about the service. And she just responded, that's good. And that was it. Well, I had already submitted my doctor's notes and all the information I needed to HR to be covered under the ADA, Americans with Disability Act. And I wasn't eligible for FMLA until my 1-year hire date, which was December 16th. They fired me on December 8th. Well, I told her a few days prior to that I was not sick. So when she thought I was actually a couple weeks prior to that, but when she thought I wasn't sick, she let me go. And on the write-up where she had asked me to improve my performance, she gave me 30 days for everything except one thing. And that was the one thing that she let me go for, but she had given me 90 days to improve on that. So I sat down after I got over the initial shock of realizing that I didn't have a job right at Christmas. I sat down and wrote HR a letter and let them know, because when we had the meeting when they terminated me, the HR lady said, is this your boss? And I said, no, she's not. She doesn't supervise anybody in my department. She is in a whole nother department. And she was. She was filling in while ours was training. And ours was finished with training and was supervising me. And I said, she's not my supervisor. She hasn't been supervising me for the last, 2-3 months. And I have supervisors who know more about my performance than she'll ever know. And I said, I would suggest that you bring them in on this meeting. And they said, well, we're going to go ahead and proceed. And I said, okay, go ahead. And they said, do you know why we're here? And I said, no. They said, you haven't read the email? And I said, what email? And see, I was in the middle of a crisis because I work in mental health. I had a client who was about to be arrested for B&E and all kinds of stuff. And I was helping him get hospitalized so that he would, when he went to court, he would have a chance of not getting felony convictions because he was in a schizophrenic, he was having an episode. So I didn't have time to read that email. I said, no, ma'am, I did not. But give me a second and I'll get caught up. So I opened the email and the very first line said, as of December 8th, which was Monday, you're terminated. And I said, okay, I don't need to read any further. I said, I can read the rest of it after we hang up. And she said, well, go ahead and forward that email to yourself because after we hang up, you'll have about 2 seconds and we're going to disconnect all of your access to the platform. And I was like, wow. So I let them know that they owed me for 2.5 months of travel that I had no access to, but that I expected to be paid for. And I also let them know the details of me being terminated and how the dates lined up. See, not only had I told her that I was well, I told her I didn't have cancer, which is true, I don't. But I have an autoimmune disease that's mimicking it, and they don't know what autoimmune disease that is. Or they think that's what it is. They're not sure. They're still trying to figure out what's wrong with me. But I had held back some doctor's notes showing that I had some more appointments coming up. I hadn't turned them in yet. And I should have turned them in like 2-3 weeks prior. But I just held on to them to wait and see what she was going to do because I knew what she was going to do. And she did. And so the lady at HR responded back to me immediately and said, thank you so much for sharing your concerns with me. I will be investigating this thoroughly. And you will be getting paid for your mileage. And she said, I'm so sorry this has happened to you. I said, I'm so sorry this has happened to us. And I said, the only thing I want out of this is for you to never, ever let this happen again to anybody else. And I did a reading this week. I'm not quite sure. Somebody's going to call you. I keep getting phone calls. I did a reading this week, and I kept telling everybody in the reading, because I was telling them about me losing my job. And I said, come on, can we stop this already? I can't stand this phone ringing. In the reading, I kept saying, this has happened to me because I can handle it. I'm strong enough to handle it. And God knew that. And God needed somebody that was strong enough to handle it to put a stop to it. And I don't know if it's the company using her this way or if they're unaware and she's just doing what she wants. So, but I have friends who still work there and they're going to let me know if they let her go within the next few weeks. And if they don't, then I'm going to dial the 800 number for the Americans with Disabilities Act, and I'm going to let them know what's going on. Because when good men sit back and watch evil flourish, it continues to flourish. But Spirit put me there because I'm strong enough to handle it, and I'm going to handle it. One way or the other, this will never happen to somebody else. Because I'm a widow and I'm behind right now on my house payment and my car payment. And I owe about $40,000 on a single wide manufactured home. And it'll be paid for. And I'm very close now to losing everything. Except that Thursday I had an interview. As soon as they let me go, I got on Indeed and I started putting in for jobs. Because usually it takes me about a week to find a job. I have a very impressive resume and I'm very, very good at what I do. And I got calls right away. And I had an interview on Thursday, and she said, I've already talked to the hiring manager about you just from looking at your resume. I just wanted to talk to you first. But the hiring manager wants to meet you, and she has time tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Are you available? And I said, yeah, sure. So I had another interview yesterday, and the hiring manager told me that she had just about given up on finding somebody for that position until she had the interview with me. She said, you are very impressive. She said, you're exactly what I'm looking for. She said, but I do have one more interview that I'm obligated to do, but I will be calling you next week. So I'm pretty sure I have another job, and it's a job where I'll be a clinical supervisor with for people with intellectual disabilities and autism. And I'll be supervising about 40 people, and the people that they are in, they're HAB techs, habituation technicians. They take care of people who have intellectual disabilities. And I'll be going into their homes, into schools, or wherever. They're all adults, though. So unless they're in college, I won't be doing much with schools. But I'll be supervising them. And I'll be making pretty much about the same as what I'm making now with a lot less stress. And it'll be hybrid, so I'll still have the ability to work from home on days when I don't feel well, or when the weather's bad, or when I just feel like being at home rather than going to the office. But in this relationship, back to the relationship, you're in a relationship. Somebody could be going through something with their job, though, because I shared all that for a reason. Okay, it's time for shit to get real, because you're falling in love with a friend of yours. So if this isn't happening now, it could be happening to you in the future. And somehow porch swing angel factors in. There could be a porch swing involved. The two of you could sit on the porch together a lot. I'm seeing the back of a pickup truck. You might sit on the tailgate of a pickup truck together. You might lay in the bed of the truck and look up at the stars. But you are in a predicament because you don't want to ruin this friendship. And for some of you, you accidentally had sex with this person, and now you're not in love with them, but you know they're in love with you, and you don't want to ruin the friendship. I feel like that's what's going on here. And I don't even know how to do a reading for this because I've kind of channeled the whole message. The only thing we really need to get from Spirit at this point is guidance, right? All right, let's just look at each area of our lives just for the heck of it and see what Spirit has to say. All right, so I'm going to put it's time for shit to get real back over there. And for some reason, Spirit is telling me that your higher self has a message for you. Thank you for all the likes. You guys are amazing. Hey, Kailash, what's up, baby? Kailash is my handsome, badass moderator. How do I describe Kailash? You are the shit, Kailash. And Manya is also one of my badass moderators. I'm good, Manya. So good to have you. Okay. Stony Scorpio wants to get on the list, Kailash. Can you put her on the list? I'm almost to the Q&A, okay, Stony? Hang in there, baby. I'll get to you in just a minute. All right, Spirit, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. How are you working in our home lives? Spirit said, hold up on that. How are you working overall? I couldn't hold on to those. Gratitude and faith are in reverse, and so is loyalty. Oh, no. Your joy is upside down, and then compassion is upside down. The only thing upright is humility. Something has happened here that's caused you humility. That means humiliation, so you've kind of been humiliated. But we can turn this all around because it's only in reverse because you feel humiliated. But Spirit said that happened so you would learn gratitude, to have faith, to have loyalty, to have joy, and to have compassion. So somebody was humiliated because they needed to learn to have gratitude, faith, to be loyal, to have joy, and to show compassion to people. Okay, that's what's going on in this collective right now. All right, at home, Spirit, how are you working? What would our higher self say you're doing in our home lives? In our home lives, we're showing forgiveness. We are forgiving. I feel that. Did you feel that? I forgive you for putting me in this situation. Someone has studs around their eyes. All right, what about work? Someone could have red hair. At work, you need to use your intuition, or you may have been using your intuition at work. Somebody's been using their intuition at work. You might do something similar to what I do. You might be gifted. You are gifted. Your intuition is so powerful. Look at how it shines. Look at all those third eyes. There's so many of you watching right now who are so gifted. And I have said this since I started my channel, that this channel is for people who are gifted, amazingly gifted. And I've never used anything to promote this channel. Everybody who's here is here because you were drawn here. And if you're here, you're gifted. Freaking off the charts gifted, okay? A lot of you have way more gifts than I do, and I know that. And I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm not jealous. All right. What's our surprise? And I look for the day when we can sometimes work together. This channel is going to be different than any channel on YouTube. And I think that's what's going to make it finally become very popular. Oh, we have so many things turned over. What do I do? All right, okay, confusion. You don't have any courage. Your love's upside down. Your transformation is upside down. Divine timing is a factor. You feel unworthy. You need to take the first step. You're not praying, and you have a lot of fear. Wow, there's a lot of surprises going on here. Take only what resonates for you, okay? Because this might not all resonate with you. Let's go over it again. There's confusion. Somehow you're confused. Like this situation with this friend of yours could have you very confused. Like, why did this happen? What in the world? Why did I do that? You're confused. Like, you don't know what to think. You feel like you have no courage. You feel like, if I could only tell this person how I really feel. I think you lack the courage to tell the person how you feel. Your love is in reverse. So you're not in love with this person, or they're not in love with you. I feel that there's someone here, or maybe they are and they just don't know how you feel. There's no transformation. So something's not changing when it comes to your love. Divine timing came out, and that pisses you off. Look, you're like, screw you, divine timing. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. You don't feel worthy. Why don't you feel worthy of this? You might feel like you're not good enough for this person. Somebody loves horses. Somebody has on a pink skirt or something. It could be a blanket that you have over you. Red hair with highlights. Blonde highlights. Spirit says, take the first step. It's time for you to take that first step, okay? Take that step. You're not praying. You need to pray. You need to pray, okay? Because you have a lot of fear. You're afraid. That's your surprise, okay? Wow, never had that many surprises. What's going on with your love life? You're worried. Spirit said help is on the way. things are not balanced, and you have boundaries in your love life. All right. What's your role here? Your role here is that you're pissed off. Why are you mad? Or you're supposed to be mad. Spirit's saying you should be mad. Okay, what's going to happen next? What's the outcome? Expect the unexpected and go within. So something unexpected is going to happen, and you need to go within. You're going to have a vision. Some of you are very gifted, and you're going to see a vision. Spirit spoke to me so strongly this morning and said to me, thank you for your sacrifice and for your obedience to us, and you will be rewarded. And we knew you could handle it, and you will be abundantly rewarded for your sacrifice. I heard it just as plain as day. So stick around and watch what Spirit's about to do in my life. And I feel strongly that the sacrifice that I have made is going to keep a lot of other people from being hurt by somebody who could really destroy their life. Because this could have put me in the homeless shelter. And I don't owe but $40,000 on my house. My land's paid for. 5 acres of land that's paid for. And I'm already behind on stuff. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But Spirit told me not to worry about it. I got you. I got you. Sweetheart, I got you. So you should be angry, Spirit says. But you're going to forgive. You're going to forgive somebody for something they did to you when it comes to home. All right, we're just going to pull a few more things, and then we're going to move on to the Q&A. Bear with me. This is important, and typically it resonates with the Q&A. Those of you who have been around for a while have come to know that. All right, talk to me, Spirit. What's going on at home, baby? What's going on at home? Sorry for all these. You're going to get a lot of communication. Because when I get a lot of communication, that means that you're going to be getting a lot of communication. What's going on at home, Spirit? Can I get a message about home? Ooh, somebody's got a lot going on. Home life. At home, you are never alone, so there's always people around. Clear out the clutter in reverse and claim your independence. Oh, there's something else here. Freedom is yours. You're going to have freedom. At home, where you're never alone, it looks like you're going to have freedom. So for some of you, being never alone, you're sick of it. You're like, I'm so sick of this person. I wish they would get out and just never come back. It looks like they're going to. You're going to claim your independence, but you have to clear out some clutter. So you might be moving, or somebody else might be moving. That could be what's going on here. But Spirit says you're going to have freedom. Freedom is yours. So that's what's going on at home for some of you. All right. What about work? What's going on at work? Horses are showing up everywhere. Hold on, I'll give you some numerology. At work, give with gratitude and grace. Spirit has your back. It came out in reverse, but Spirit has your back. And trust in the magic. So somebody's going to give with gratitude and grace because Spirit has their back. And you just need to trust in the magic. Number 66, number 23, and number 61. That's your work life. Number 33, number 13, number 28, and number 42. That's your home life. Some of you might not know, but you might need to keep a notebook and a pen beside you when you watch my video so you can take notes. All right, what are your surprises? Woo! I don't want to give away too much, but one day on this channel, other readers are going to join me and we're going to read together. Your surprises are the abundant universe will provide. It came out in reverse. take the lead. You're going to have to take the lead. There's a deer here with big antlers and feathers. And there's a crown, like a tiara. There's a crown here, too. There's royalty somehow, or crowns. Somehow crowns are a factor, feathers. And be at home came out in reverse. So it's like, I'm not going to be at home. And sweet results await came out upright. So we have a bee, a wombat, a stag or a deer, and a buffalo. All right, I'm gonna turn them all upright. Your numerology is number 10, number 58, number 68, and number 7. So your surprise is that the abundant universe is going to provide. Somebody's going to take the lead, be at home, and you're going to have sweet results. That's your surprise. You're going to have some sweet results from something. All right, what about love life? All right, remember the porch swing angel now. Nothing is wasted. Number 63. Learn from the past. Number 25. And believe in yourself, number 57. So, in your love life, something happened. You could have been with somebody for a long time, and you're no longer with them anymore. And you feel like, what a waste of time. What a waste of time that I've had being with this person for so long. Or maybe you've wasted a lot of time not being with somebody. And you feel like, why didn't I do this years ago? And Spirit's saying, don't worry about that. Nothing is wasted. Spirit uses it all for His glory, for its glory. Okay? Nothing is wasted. Whatever happened in the past, Spirit's saying, just learn from your mistakes. Learn from whatever mistakes you've made. Or whatever's gone right. Learn from that. And believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself, okay? Somehow you don't have enough confidence in yourself. Believe in you. Time for a beginner's mind. All right, what's our role this week? Our role, Spirit. Also, I'm going to be doing more readings until I go back to work. You see something clearly now. Remember you had confusion? You're going to use your mind wisely. Good for you. The miracles are endless. You're going to have miracles, endless and miracles. And you're watching and waiting. Spirit says, watch and wait. The endless miracles are coming. Use your mind wisely. And you're going to see clearly now. You're going to see so clearly something that you've been confused about, okay? All right, and what's the outcome? I have a seahorse, a cow, a pig, and an owl. I have number 53, 15, 47, and 43. That's your numerology for your role. All right, and what's your outcome? Woo, that flew out. Your outcome is you're going to reclaim your power, baby. Reclaim that power, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Reclaim that power. Number 44, that's a panther. And transformation is beautiful. Remember your surprise was that your love life or something wasn't transforming? Transformation is going to be beautiful for you. That's your outcome. You are going to stand in your power like never before. And this is going to transform your life. Okay? And look, it's time to heal. Snake spirit. Some of you resonate strongly with that snake. The ones of you from India. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, okay? And if you're able, share the content. And hype the video if you have the ability to hype. Alright, so it's time for you to heal everything. This is what's being said. I mean, I don't know how it resonates. It resonates so differently because there's so many of you who watch now. But thank you for taking time to watch my channel. I appreciate that so much. Now, if this relationship is to move forward, What do you need to work on? Being judgmental, lust and not love, and feeling like love sucks. Okay. And eye candy. Some of you are extremely beautiful, extremely handsome, and people only want to be with you because they are attracted to you and they want to get in bed with you. I'm just being honest, okay? I'm an honest person and I always will be. I will never lie to you. I will never try to trick you or do any kind of parlor tricks or anything like that. All right, so in order for the relationship to work, and for some of you, it's not going to work. And I'm going to tell you why. Because of judgment, being judgmental, and because it was only lust. It wasn't love. You just had sex with the person. You were never in love with them, and you're still not in love with them. And love sucks. Maybe you're not in love with them, and you're only having sex because you feel like love sucks. And because of eye candy. For some of you, this person may not be good looking enough, and that might be why it's lust and not love and judgment. You could have just been horny and you wanted to have sex and you just slept with this person. It says passion isn't the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked in just by good sex. And it also says judgment. Don't be too quick to count someone out. Be open and give them a fair chance. Some of you may not want to date outside of your race. And so you're not willing to give someone outside of your race another chance or a chance. Why did I say another chance? You could have accidentally slept with somebody outside of your race. And now you're like, I'm not going to let anybody know. I don't want anybody to know. If my family found out, oh my God, how would they feel? You know, like they would be so judgmental. And you feel, maybe you want to be with this person and because of their race being different. And that's why you feel like love sucks. You're like, this is not lust and this is not lust, it's love. And I don't want to be judgmental against this person. Maybe your family might think that you just slept with them because you were like lusting after them. And this could be someone else being judgmental and not you. And you're like, love sucks because I can't be with who I want to be. And somehow eye candy plays a factor. Beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. You have stopped believing in love. Let yourself heal so you can be open again. And it may not be all of these things. For some of you, it may just be one. So take only what resonates for you. Because like I said, sometimes hundreds of people see these videos. Thank you for taking time to like the video. So if you want that relationship to work, that's what you have to think about and work on. All right, now I want to ask, remember it said that you needed to believe in yourself? Show me how they can believe in themselves. This is your guidance, okay? How can this collective that's watching believe in themselves? Upside down, and it flew out with force. Oh my goodness, bless your heart. I love this deck. It's called Love Who You Are, and it's an oracle deck by Angie Sullins with art by Silas Tabal. All right, number 29 and number 3. Bless Your Lovely Self is number 29. There's a poem in between 28 and 29, so I'm going to read it to you. Falling and flying. Fail splendidly. Fall spectacularly. Mess it up mercilessly. I am less interested in your successes and more interested in the ravenous heart that led you. One more time to get back up again, sweaty and exhausted and laughing at your own brilliant fractured humanity. Flailing and falling and failing, but flying. Oh yes, my dear, flying. Look at you go. So don't give up just because you may have failed. Keep trying. If it didn't work out with them, it will with someone else. Bless your lovely self. So much of our lives are spent seeking the approval of others. Are you an approval junkie? Okay. So they will bless us with their love and acceptance. But you are the ultimate authority in your own life and have the power to bless or curse with your thoughts, energies, and beliefs. Take this moment to bless yourself. Kiss your curves, hug your dreams, anoint your life with honey from your own jar. You are a sacred vessel for the divine and deserve every good and beautiful thing. Start by gifting yourself your own approval and be done with all the rest. Number 3, tell shame to suck it. So somehow you feel like you've messed up. Remember here where somebody had done something humiliating, but it was teaching them to be grateful, to have faith, to be loyal, to have joy, and to show compassion. And that factors into this. Shame, suck it. You're too beautiful, too lovely, too worthy to spend any time in shame. Healthy guilt is about recognizing that your actions were not on the mark and could be improved. Do over and do better. There's power in that kind of guilt. But shame is an attack on your very essence. It depletes your energy and steals your shine. Stay out of that pit. Find a friend and practice shame resiliency. Find a friend and practice shame resiliency. Get vulnerable. Get real. Own your original innocence. Shame will send you into hiding. Don't let it. You are a rare bird, and you are too cute for that crap. Remember, you're flying. You may have failed at something. You may have failed at something. You know, I feel like I failed. I feel like I failed because I don't have a job anymore. But you know what? I was put there for a reason. And I fulfilled my part. I'm good at what I do. I'm so good at what I do. The man from the state we were contracted and we worked for the state. I had a treatment meeting, what we call a multidisciplinary treatment team meeting. And one of the highest people in the state was on that meeting every week. And he had been watching me for about 3 months. And I had a meeting, and that lady was on the meeting because she called the meeting. And during the meeting, she was very condescending, and she was very critical, and she was very disrespectful to me. And he, at the end of the meeting, said, I just want to tell you, Christie, how happy and proud I am of how hard you've worked to try to help this man. I've never seen so much passion in a person in a long time. You really care, and it shows. And she couldn't stand that. She couldn't stand it. She reprimanded me for things that were said and done during that meeting after it was over, after he was telling me how proud he was of me. And I told them that when I sent the email to HR. And then we had to do what's called constellation reviews, where the state goes in and reviews one of our individuals and then make sure everything that we're supposed to be doing is done. And I did everything I was supposed to do for the meeting, and they set the meeting, and when they set the meeting, I was there. Well, they set the meeting up for Tuesday, and one of the things that she told me not to do was have meetings or meet with individuals on Tuesday because she has, because she was filling in for our manager, she was having meetings on Tuesday mornings, and because I would meet with individuals, sometimes I'd be late getting to where I had to go because of that meeting. And so I was trying to listen to it while I was driving, and she told me I couldn't do that anymore. She said, no more meetings on Tuesday. Well, the state set the meeting up. I didn't set the meeting up. They did and told me when to be there. They're my boss. I have to do what they say. But when she fired me, she did it because she said I had continued to have meetings on Tuesday. The only meeting I had on a Tuesday after she told me not to have any was that one. And the state told me to do it. Well, my manager was also there, my new manager, the one who was supposed to be taking her place, so she would get away and go back to where the hell she came from, which I can't imagine how much relief they had. They were probably relieved that she was with us and not aggravating them, because this woman is really a piece of work. She's real good at her job and she knows her shit, but she doesn't have the delivery. She doesn't have the compassion at all. She really is, she's not a people person at all. And it's sad. It's really sad. I feel sorry for her because something's happening or going on in her life or has happened in her life to make her a very miserable person. But anyway, I had that meeting on that Tuesday, and my manager was there. And the reviewer, after the meeting was over, came up to me and my manager, and she said, I want you to know that this is the best review I've ever done. And the reason why it's so good is because you have done such an excellent job at coordinating. Because I was a coordinator. I coordinated people to help people get moved into supportive permanent housing so that they could live outside of nursing homes and live in their own homes again, because a lot of them were only in there because of their mental illness. So I would find them the supports they needed, get them hooked up with the supports they needed, make sure they were staying hooked up with those supports. I was in contact with those supports, and I also made sure that they had the money that they needed, because I was financing. We were paying 75% of their rent, and they were paying 25% of their income towards their rent. But that lady told me that day that it was the best meeting that she had ever done. She said, you've made my job so easy. She said, everything that he said today with me asking him with no prompts from anyone. Nobody prompted him. Nobody helped him. Everything he said matched up perfectly with what I read in the paperwork. So everything you said you were doing. And she even put it in the write-up that I didn't do my review correctly. So I put it in the email that my manager was there when I got commended and thanked by the Constellation reviewer for my review. So they're going to barely scratch the surface and find this lady is lying. I mean, it's not going to... She thought she was going to, just kick me to the curb and get away with it, and that I wouldn't be able to fight back. But she had no idea who she was dealing with. She was dealing with spirit. Do you understand that? Because just like when I sit at this table, spirit comes through me. Spirit does that in my life all day long. The same way spirit does that in your life all day long. She thought she was dealing with just another average person off the street. And she had the privilege of dealing with spirit. And she probably doesn't know it yet. But spirit was showing her mercy and grace. And she wouldn't take it. Because I was so humble to her. I told her how much I admired her. And how much I would enjoy having her be to mentor me. I said, I wish your delivery was a little different, but you could teach me a lot. I could become very good at this job if you would teach me what you know. And she refused. She refused. So whatever happens to her now, I pray that God will be merciful, that there is some karma coming, not just to her, but to them. Because on some level, they are just as responsible as she is, because they allowed it. That lady that fired me that day was fumbling over her words because she couldn't believe what she was having to do. She could not believe what she was having to do. All right, Spirit, give us some messages from our angels. Messages from our angels, Spirit. It's been an emotional week, I won't lie. It has, because I loved my job. And I told them that in the email. I said, I'm not doing this to be malicious. I'm not threatening you with a lawsuit or anything like that. I love my job. And I'm not even asking you for it back, but I'm begging you not to let her get away with this ever again. Because she has put me in a position to lose everything I've worked my whole life for in a matter of months if I don't find another job. I release the past with gratitude and forgiveness. I joyfully create the future of my dreams. Message from Archangel Jeremiel. Call upon me, mercy of God, for forgiveness so you can move forward and make choices uninhibited by the past. My psychic gifts are strong and trustworthy. I told you. Angelic messages flow easily through me. Message from Archangel Jeremiel. When you call upon me, I will empower you to develop your spiritual gifts so you can more easily receive heaven's messages. Some of you are babies in this spiritual journey. I completely trust but you don't know how powerful you're going to be. You are going to be so powerful. I completely trust my intuition. I follow my guidance with excitement and confidence. Did you hear that? I completely trust my intuition. I follow my guidance with excitement and confidence. Message from Archangel Haniel. I am the Archangel of intuitive gifts. Allow me to mentor you in embracing your psychic awareness. The spirit world wants to mentor me. I was asking the wrong mentor, wasn't I? Spirit just said you were there to mentor her. And on the bottom of the deck, there is always a divine solution to every challenge. Everything always works out for the highest good. Message from your guardian angels. Remember to call upon us for assistance every day. We are always ready to lend a helping hand. You just need to ask. And I ask mine today to help me not to lose everything I have and to have enough money to get through until I get another job. And my bank account's in the negative, almost $300. This too shall pass. All right, Kailash, can you please get me a list together? What's up? You're helping Kailash, baby? I got you, Yvonne. Get on the list, baby. Get on the list if you want me to answer a question for you. Thank you for being here, Yvonne. Thank you guys for liking this video. I really appreciate that. That means so much to me. Thank you. All right, we got some free Q&A coming up. Let's get ready for that. What spiritual gifts are you working on in this collective, Spirit? Spirit said I got to do a couple more things while I get... Spirit's mending hearts. Some of you have broken hearts. Spirit said, I'm going to mend your broken heart. Number 16. The Lovers is here. Number 21. Your chakras, some of our chakras are out of alignment. I feel like mine is that pinched nerve I got, number 7. And number 19, the juggler. You're manifesting. Spirit's helping you to juggle a lot. You've got a lot on your plate. But Spirit's going to help you to not just juggle it, but for it to come out for your highest and greatest good. And you're also mirroring somehow. You are a reflection of the people and places and things around you. So if you don't like what you see, adjust that mirror. Alright, Spirit said to ask about our money. Oh, wait, there's cards on the floor. Holy cow, no wonder Spirit told me I wasn't done yet. Oh, wow. My life is full of magical moments. I see signs and guidance from the angels in all that I do. Message from Archangel Uriel. Call upon me, the Archangel of Epiphanies and brilliant ideas, when you need spiritual messages, revelations, and magic. I hear you. I am a magnet for good hair days and spontaneous dance parties. I embrace fun in my life. Message from your guardian angels. We love a good time and a good joke as much as you do. Allow space in your life for lightness and joy in all moments, great and small. And I release my resistance to change. I'm excited for the miracles that await me. Message from manifesting angels. Call upon us to release your fears and open your mind to all the miracles waiting to happen. You got miracles waiting to happen, baby. I'm just making sure there's no more cards on the floor. Alright, Spirit said just a couple more things and then we'll do the Q&A. May I have trinkets, please? I'm going to close my eyes. I always close my eyes. Trinkets so that whoever you're talking to will know you're talking to them. Alright, I have 2. I dropped one, but I'm picking it back up. A lifetime of supportive mentors. Didn't we just talk about mentors? Y'all, I can't make this up. A lifetime of supportive mentors will nurture your talents. And if you want to be a lucky number, 29, 1, 40, 46, 54, 50, and 8. Remember I told you might want to keep a notebook if you watch my channel. No profit grows where there's no pleasure to be had. Remember, we're going to have more fun. How about another fortune? Lucky numbers 50, 47, 10, 7, 33, and 15. Alright, I have a ring. It's just like a circle. And it says, perhaps love. So I'm not sure about this love. Perhaps, maybe. I have the Eiffel Tower. I have a Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. That could be a Leo, but you could be a feminine Leo, or you could be a masculine who's into Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. Your name could be Kitty. And then I also have a cat. There's a lot of cats here. Somebody loves cats or they're into cats, and Spirit's acknowledging that you're here and we know you're here. There's your love. There's your transformation. There's a butterfly. You versus you. And there's a ring here, a big diamond ring. And they used to call these princess rings. My mother had one when I was young. They're princess rings. You may have a ring like this, or somehow a beautiful diamond ring might be significant to your situation. Alright. Now, they may be called friendship, but I think they're called princess. Oh, I got a lot. A lot of these fortunes. How about another fortune? One's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. Lucky numbers 32, 55, 17, 15, 11, and 40. This one's kind of weathered. I think it's the one that says, let the spirit of adventure set the tone. Yeah, let the spirit of adventure set the tone. And let's see if I can get any lucky numbers off of this. Number 54, 43, 14, 2, and 51. I love you, infinity. A key, a skeleton key, a cactus or prick. Somebody could have been a prick, or a cactus might be significant. Oh, I have two cactuses. Two cactuses, and you might have a cactus plant in your house or succulents. I have a shell. Your name could be Shell. I have a bear that's badly wounded. It got broken from being in the trinket bowl. It broke. This must be whatever crystal he's made out of is very soft. I have another horse. This one looks like it might go on a carousel. It might have been on a carousel with somebody recently. I have a ball. This could be a Christmas ornament or some other kind of ball. And then I have a screw. A screw. See, it's a screw. And I'm going to let you decide what that stands for. Because we did talk about you just maybe had sex with this person. So you could have just screwed them. Or somebody could have screwed you over. Or you could be somehow, actually screwing something. All right. Spirit said get money cards, and then that's the end of the reading. All right. How are you working at home and our money? No partnership. No artist. So there's a partnership for an artist, but it's in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Because it would be a risk. You'd be taking a risk on selling. So you were supposed to have a partnership with an artist, but they felt like it was a risk for you to sell the art. All right. Well, how are you working at work? Leadership. No, I'm sorry. At work, you're a mechanic and you're unlocking something. You might be a locksmith, or you may have recently needed a locksmith and you had to get your car worked on. You may need to have a mechanic and somehow unlocking. Spirit's unlocking something, and it has to do with a mechanic. Or Spirit might be working on unlocking something for you at work. What's going to be the outcome? Somebody smokes cigarettes. You're going to have luck. For some reason, you feel like you don't have any angelic help. But you're going to have luck. And I think you do have angelic help. I think you're going to have angelic help and luck. All right, what are your surprises? Surprises are your home. You're not going to make any mistakes when it comes to your home. So whatever's going on at home and the mistake that was made, there's not going to be a mistake. All right, what about love life? In your love life, there will be no more setbacks. Whatever setbacks you've had in your love life, there will be no more setbacks, okay? All right, what about our role? Oh, we have a lot. Oh, there's a lot on this floor. Your role is to get on the right path, manage your money, your animals, your networking, and your money not coming to a halt. Your money, you're okay. You're on the right path, manage your money, take care of your animals, network, your money's not coming to a halt. And what will be the outcome? You're in the wrong soul tribe because of charity. Why are you in the wrong soul tribe? somebody donates money, and Spirit's saying that's not the right soul tribe. That soul tribe you've been donating money to, you're in the wrong soul tribe. And that's why you've been so unhappy. What if they would get in the right soul tribe? It has something to do with no business and something that happened in the past. What do you mean no business? Sometimes that can mean none of your business. Somebody was a rebel. Somebody was a rebel in the past. So, if you would get in the right soul tribe, you wouldn't have any business being a rebel. You have no business being a rebel. Spirit's saying you have no business being a rebel. Parenthood is a factor. So what should they do besides be a rebel? Spirit said caution. Caution. And whatever you're doing with science, no more. That to me is somebody who's selling drugs. I'm just going to be honest with you. And look, somebody's leaving somebody a legacy. You have a legacy that somebody's leaving you, or you're going to leave somebody else one. Stop selling the drugs, Spirit says. That's the out. No, that's not going to be for everybody. Or whatever you're doing with science, you're selling it, you need to stop. Caution. You're being cautioned. And you need to stop being a rebel also. That's what Spirit says, and I have nothing to do with it. I'm going to roll the dice just to see who Spirit's talking to. Some of you need to know. There's one in my sleeve. HMOPMHN. So I have 2 H's, 2 M's, PON. I have Scorpio, and I have Mercury with number 1. The number 1 is significant to somebody's life. All right. And then, oh, I didn't roll some of them. The moon is here, and Sagittarius is here, Jupiter. NFRJEGT, number 2. Cancer and Sagittarius are here. Neptune, number 3. Libra, FGPDDWI, number 3. All right. I got to get up and walk for a minute because my ass cheek is about to burn off. Okay, I'll be right back, okay? You guys hang out, don't run off. Get your name on the list, and Kailash, I will answer Rosella, baby. Oh, Rosella Carlson, you need a miracle. Spirit's got your miracle on the way, baby. Hang in there, okay? Get on the list. And I'll see what I can do to help you with your questions, okay? And if you're just now joining me and you're a member, you've joined the channel, not subscribed, joined. I'm going to do a members only video. And I'm going to start doing that weekly for you guys. And after you've been here, if you're a top supporter, after you've been here for 3 months, I'm going to do your one-on-one video chat to do your private reading. I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. All right. Hang in there, guys. Don't run off. I just take a short break to take a little bit of walk. Stretch my legs. Woo. Oh. Beautiful. hi to everybody? You haven't said hi to everybody in a long time. Come on. You got to behave yourself though, okay? Come on. Come on. Yeah. You want to say hi to everybody? Come on, you can say hi too already. Yeah. You want to say hi? Cosmo wants to say hi to you guys. Cosmo is my parrot, and I've had him for about a year, and I did not name him Cosmo. He came to me with that name already intact, and he's the star of the show. Yes, he's a very intuitive bird. And then I have Otto, my dog. He's a schnoodle, schnauzer poodle mix. And Mommy loves him so much. Yes, Mommy loves him so much. Kailash, baby, do you have a list for me, or do you need a few more minutes? Say hey, everybody. Say hey, everybody. My name's Cosmo. Yeah. I love to say hi to everybody. Yes, I do. Yeah, so I'm a pretty boy. I'm a pretty boy. Can you give Mama some sugars? Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Otto is so jealous. Can I have a kiss, baby? He's mad because I made him stay in the cage. Give me a kiss. Yeah, I love you. Mommy loves Otto too. Yes, she does. They love each other. They play. Cosmo gets on the floor and they play with each other. He talks when I put him in the bed at night. He'll talk to me. And he jibber jabbers mostly, but he will say, I love you, Mommy. Yeah, I love my mommy. I love my mommy. Kailash, are you here? Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful comment. Do I have a list? I think I got... Oh, I think he must be working on it. Manya, are you with me, baby? Does anybody know where the list is? Usually he'll post me one, but I don't see one yet. He must be working on it. Is anybody here that's been here since I started the video? He's on my shoulder, being a good boy. So I'm going to let him stay. He does readings with me all the time. Is there anybody here who's been with me since the beginning or close to the beginning of the reading? Can you comment, please? Okay. And you've been here since the beginning or close to the beginning of the reading? Okay. Julianne, you have number 1 crown, so I know you've been here since close to the beginning of the reading. Can you? Okay, cool. Good deal. Thank you. I can tell by the crown. Can you post your question, please? Okay, Kenny. Give me a minute. Let me do Julianne first, and then we'll get to you, okay? We'll get to you after her. May I have a general message, please? Yes, you may. All right, you got to behave, okay? You have to behave. You got to get on my shoulder. I got to do Julianne's reading. Can you get back on my shoulder, please? Come on. I don't want to have to put you back in the cage. Come on. Come on. Get on my shoulder. Thank you. Good boy. All right, Holy Spirit, may I have a general message for Julianne, please? Julianne, I'm being told to give you a message from the Energy Oracle cards. So I'm going to get a message out of here for you to start with. Message, please, Holy Spirit, for Julianne's spiritual journey, I think it says. Message, please, for spiritual journey, Julianne's spiritual journey. It's either Julianne or Julianne, I'm not sure which. May I have a message, please, for them from the heavens? Thank you so very much. Whoa. Okay, what I'm getting so far from this, number 28, number 3, you're going to have a victory. Somehow you're going to have victory. You've been struggling with something, and you're going to become victorious. You will overcome a situation that you've been struggling with. And it has something to do with your abundance and some hostilities. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the book out because I sometimes read from the book. Number 28, victory. That's the first card out for you, victory, achievement. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory wreath in acknowledgement of your achievement. Success is on its way, and you have a sense of pride in what you've worked to accomplish. The achievement may be a great outer success, or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort toward. Enjoy the sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumph to bring great changes, but often there may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level now. All right, so it's time for you to be celebrating a success in your life, all right? Number 3 is in reverse. Your blossoming abundance is in reverse. This card reverse reveals a potential decrease in money with the coins falling from the garden and out of sight. Sometimes when you receive this card in this position, it may even feel as though cash is slipping through your fingers like water. While this might seem like an ongoing state of affairs, you still can turn things around. Be very conscious and responsible where money issues are concerned. Take action to plant new seeds and nurture your financial garden with patience and clarity. This cycle will end, and you will, in time, enjoy the fruits of your labor. So I'm being told that you're going to have victory when it comes to some financial struggles that you've been having, and also the end of some hostilities that you've been having in your life. Number 26. You may have been going through something similar to what I've been going through. Reversed, the card reversed marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around you and even about you. And the universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Whether the aggressive action has ended due to external factors or your own intervention, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. Be aware, however, that there may still be some actions you have to take, and it may seem on the surface that things are slow at getting better. This card encourages you, letting you know that the inner vibrations are changing and the situation will be resolved. So whatever's been going on with you when it caused hostilities, and the hostilities could have been because of it feeling like the money was slipping through your fingers. But you're going to overcome this and have victory. Okay? You're going to overcome this and have victory. All right, now I'm going to pull a tarot card for you. What's the universe up to in her life? The Knight of Swords came out in reverse. So there's something that's been very chaotic. There's been a chaotic force at work. This is generally a Libra vibe. I feel a Sagittarius vibe to this. There's a lot of earth energies involved here. There's also a King of Swords. You could have been having a fight with a masculine who has too much emotion invested somehow. This person is causing chaos. There's a person, a king of swords in your life who has been causing you chaos. Okay? Let's see what the universe plans to do about it. He wants all my attention. Do you see that? Yeah, somebody wants all your attention. You could have children that are wanting your attention. All right, Spirit, show me what your plans are to do about this chaotic force that's going through her life. Ooh, good grief. Spirit says where you have felt like somebody stabbed you in the back, that's going to be over. And you're going to compromise to win. Somebody has been really, really shady here. So there's been a masculine energy that's been real shady. And I think it's been, it's all swords. So they have a sword placement, or you do, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We definitely have a Libra here. I feel a lot of Libra energy here. But whoever this person is, they stabbed you in the back. That's going to be over. You're going to come to a compromise with this person. Somehow you're going to compromise when it comes to this energy. It's showing up as a person, but it could just be an energy that it's like somebody came in real fast and told a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of lies. And they could have been lying about stealing money from you, taking money from you, not paying you what they owed you. And you felt like this was betrayal. You're a Queen of Pentacles, and this was an injustice. This is illegal, I think. Something illegal or unjust that was done to you. This is going to be made right. You're going to have victory, okay? All right, outcome of all these swords. This is something that you had a contract with, and they caused you a delay when it came to something that you cherished. They caused a delay in something that you had a lot of fond memories about. It was like they didn't have the feelings for you that you had for them, or something like that. You're burned out in this relationship. Outcome of this Hierophant. Ace of Cups came out in reverse. Why is there no new love? Or this could have been the end of a pregnancy also. It was somebody new that it just didn't work out. It was too much of a burden. It could have also been a King of Pentacles, or you could be a King of Pentacles, or somehow there's a King of Pentacles involved. Why is he here? Because this is your weakness. This man with all this money. Somebody that had money, that they took money from you. You're healing from this, though. You're getting over it. You're a Queen of Pentacles. This could have been somebody you were like a soulmate vibe with. This could have been a friend of yours, and you're not in love with them. You don't want a relationship with them, and you feel like this is a waste of your time. You feel like they wasted your time. You do love this person, though. You have a lot of fond memories with them, but you don't want to be with them. It's too much of a burden, and it's a weak. You feel like this is a weakness. You're going to heal from this, okay? You're welcome. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh my God. Well, whoever did that is going to get what's coming to them. That could be what's happening here, is this person's getting to get their karma for what they did. I'm glad you're healing from this. Let me give you one more thing, and then we're going to move on to the next participant. Thank you all for your patience. I will give you the same careful concern that I'm giving to her, okay? So just be patient with me while I get her guidance. I'm going to give you some guidance from the Guardian Angel deck. That deck is so beautiful, and it has turned out to be such a success on this channel. It's by the same one that did the Angel Answers, Randolph Valentine. Can I have guidance, please? It's Radley Valentine. My pardon. Okay. This is your guidance. I release all energetic connections that hold me back. I am completely free. Archangel Michael, call upon my sword of divine light to sever unwanted energetic connections around you, freeing you to be your true, perfect, unique self. How beautiful is that? And then we have, I am surrounded by angels of protection. I am perfectly safe in all ways. Archangel Michael again, I am the Archangel of safety and protection. Let me bring you comfort whenever you feel unsafe, physically, professionally, or emotionally. So somehow you might not feel safe. And you are saying you're protected and you're going to be completely free from anything that's energetically been holding you back, baby. Okay? Awesome. Good. Archangel Michael is saying, I am helping you. Just keep calling on me. I got you, baby. I got you. Archangel Michael in the house. All right. Thank you, Juliana. Spiritual miracle journey. I can't see, baby. Forgive me. Julian, spiritual alchemy. I've seen you here before. Awesome. So glad to have you back again. I'm sorry that happened to you, but Spirit is going to protect you from ever happening again. And it's about Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael wants you to know that I think you might call on Archangel Michael a lot, and he's just letting you know that he's got your back, and you can't have a better Archangel to have your back than Michael. They're all amazing. I love them all. But he's got your back. All right, who was next? It was the gentleman, I think. Hey, Ganani. Was it Kenny? You don't have a question? Okay. Anybody else that wants me to answer a question, can you please comment below? Anybody else have a question? I'm here to answer questions. The questions are free. I do not ask for anybody to pay any money. If you want to donate, you can donate. And the ways you can donate are on either through YouTube itself, or I have my PayPal and my Cash App in the description box. If you donate that way, I get it immediately. But I don't expect anybody to do that. That's not necessary. Okay, that's only if you feel Spirit is leading you to do that. So if you have a question, bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Anybody else have a question? All right, I do feel that there is somebody else that has a question, but you are, for some reason, too shy or you don't want anybody to know your question, so you're not asking it out loud. So I am going to see if I can get an answer for you. You said that you're answering them? Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. That's great. All right. So I'm going to answer a question for someone who is too shy, or maybe it's something that's too personal. I don't know exactly why you're not asking it, but I'm going to answer it because Spirit knows what your question is. Okay, Crystal has a question. I'm going to answer hers first, and then I'll do the one who... Stick around, whoever you are, don't leave. I'm going to answer your question. You're not saying it out loud, but I'm going to answer it anyway. All right, so Crystal Roberts has a question. What should you actively be doing at this time? All right, let me see. Crystal, may I ask if you're asking me about like career-wise, or are you asking about a specific category of what you should be doing at this time, or just in general? I'm going to grab my drink while you answer my question. All right, Bubba, you got to go back in the cage because I got to be able to answer questions without playing with you. You're playing with me. I'm in there for a few minutes until I get it time to leave. And then I'll let you back out. You won't be still on my shoulder. What should Crystal actively be doing at this time? Okay, no problem. Spirit knows, and Spirit will show you. Spirit, I'm asking you to show me what she should actively be doing at this time. Okay. Spirit said use this deck right here to show you how to not F yourself. This is a deck, and it's called Practical Self-Care Oracle Cards. Don't fuck with yourself. So I call it the How Do We Not F Ourselves deck. How does Crystal not F herself, Spirit? How does Crystal not F herself? What does she need to know to not fuck herself? Excuse my language. What does Crystal need to know to not F herself? The best way you can help me is to like, share, subscribe, and hype the video, because if the channel grows, the more it grows, the more money I make off of YouTube. And that's my goal, is for YouTube to pay me, because you guys pay the subscriptions on YouTube, and they should be paying us more than they do. All right, how does Crystal not F herself, Spirit? Somehow there's something about being afraid of being touched. Now, this came out in reverse. So I don't know if it came out in reverse because you're somebody who is not afraid of being touched and you should be, or if you actually have a fear of being touched. But it says, you don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. And you need to know you were born to stand out. You don't fit in. Stand out in your own power and be proud of your individuality. Something about not receiving a gift. How else can she not F herself? May I see, please? You got me reaching for it. You might have to reach for this one, Crystal. Oh. When it comes to music, music can heal wounds that medicine cannot touch. So you might need to be listening to more music. Or somehow there's music. Somehow you're effing yourself when it comes to music. And having a fear of touch. All right, one more time I'm hearing. There's something you need to speak up about. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Has somebody done something to you physically? Has somebody raped you or like date raped you? You could be the one that didn't want to speak up. And see the beauty in the world. Learn to find the beauty in everything. See the world for all of its aspects. Something could have happened to you. And there could be a song involved. Spirit saying, speak up. Something's making you uncomfortable when it comes to touch. Somebody could be touching you and making you uncomfortable. And there's music somehow involved. Spirit saying, speak up and see the beauty. Learn to find the beauty in everything. See the world for all of its aspects. And then soulmate on the bottom of the deck. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. So maybe you think there's just one person for you. I don't know why Spirit's saying this to you, but Spirit knows what Spirit's talking about. All right, Spirit, what else do you want to say? I'm going to pull a tarot card for you like I did the last person. There's something in the wrong deck or something. Something going on here. There's messages here that don't belong. I won't stay for very long, I'm sorry. And I want this so badly, but I'm afraid of getting hurt, so I self-sabotage. You could have been ghosted because somebody was afraid of getting hurt, so they self-sabotaged. I would be surprised if it wasn't for you, but it may not be. It could be for someone else. All right, talk to. What about Crystal Spirit? Somebody's hurt you. You're healing from that loss. You're healing from somebody hurting you, or from maybe somebody. You could be healing from like an injury, or somebody broke your heart. I don't know which. You're manifesting because of a haunting loss. You could be one of the ones I read for in the beginning when it was the loved ones in spirit. You've been overthinking about a haunting loss. What's going on with Crystal? The devil came out. That's a Capricorn vibe. You're releasing indulgence and overthinking. You're seeing through the illusions that you need to release something that's negative and toxic. I don't know what's going on here, but you do. And it has something to do with this other stuff over here. With the fear of touch, I believe. You're seeing through illusions. Why is the devil in reverse? Spirit's working in your life in major ways, Crystal. Why is the devil in reverse? Because of having to compromise. So somebody did something to ruthlessly win, and you're compromising. What's going to be the outcome of doing that? That is going to bring you complete happiness, it looks like. Clarify the Ten of Cups. Yeah. Oh. You have. It looks like you have feelings for someone. There's a page of cups here with strength in reverse. You could have a child that you're tired. You know, like how children wear you out because they make you so tired. The devil in reverse. What is that, Spirit? Okay, Spirit is saying that it's going to bring complete. Whatever you had to do to compromise is going to bring you. You're going to feel loved, and there's either a child here that you. Why are they so tired? And because you're growing. You're growing out of a toxic situation. You may have feelings for somebody, and they're going to reciprocate that. Why are you tired? You're tired because of having growth. You've been going through growth. You've had like a growing spell where you've done a lot of growing. And now you're going to have a new opportunity. Spirit says you're about to have a new opportunity, and you're going to come out of a place where you've been stuck in an uncomfortable situation. You're about to have a new opportunity, but it's come through you looking carefully for it. You had to search carefully for this. And you were tired. It had worn you out because you may have felt like you weren't loved because of whatever happened here. I would think so. Something happened, it feels like, to make you feel unloved. But you're going to feel very loved. And where you're tired of somebody who maybe is just a friend, like the original reading said, there's going to be growth that's going to turn into an opportunity, and you're no longer going to be stuck. What's this opportunity that's coming? The Empress came out in reverse. Why is she in reverse? Because of the King of Swords. So there could definitely be a baby or child involved here. And this person is setting strong boundaries. That's what the opportunity is. That's why you're so tired. I don't think you feel like you're getting what you deserve here. And you've had to go through a lot of growth, a lot of change. You've had to look carefully for an opportunity. And now that you have it, it's like you're feeling smothered by somebody who I don't think they show you much affection at all. You're going to move on from this. What's going to be the final ultimate outcome here? Yeah. You're burned out. There's a King of Pentacles here. You could be trying to get with somebody that's a friend of yours, and this person is not showing any interest in you, and you might somehow money is involved. Remember I said you were compromising to win? Somebody could have ruthlessly been trying to steal, lie, cheat, something like that. You're going to get tired of this King of Pentacles. You have two men showing up, and the opportunity is with this King of Swords, but he doesn't really want the opportunity because It's like he doesn't want to be responsible for his child. Do you even understand what I'm talking about? Something's about to move real fast ahead, though. I'm going to find out how these people feel about you. One of them may have ghosted you and left you with a child. Somehow, for some reason, I feel like there's a child involved here. Show me how this King of Swords feels about her. They're at peace with you. They feel like this is a friendship. Okay, so that person feels like you're a friend. Alright. Show me how the King of Pentacles feels. He's an emotional wreck because there's no commitment and he's getting clarity on this. That's why he feels he's not at peace. This one's at peace, this one's not. So the King of Pentacles is not somebody you're in a relationship with, and it's causing them to be an emotional wreck. There's a King of Swords that's a friend of yours. How do you feel about the King of Swords? You're almost at your breaking point. Why? What did they do? Why? They're not nourishing. How do you want them to be? You don't know because of being distracted. You just want something to change. This person sends you mixed signals. They're not. I think you want this to move forward, but it's not. So, my question for Spirit then, somebody's going to show you loyalty. Who is it? Who is it? All right, I'm going to put the King of Pentacles back in. Who is she meant to be with? Neither. You're about to have a wheel. What's the wheel? You're just defeated when it comes to love. What's the wheel? Oh wow! Somebody. Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay. It's coming slowly. So it might not happen. I'm going to find out when. But there's a man or a woman. You could be same sex. I don't know. There's a Knight of Cups. Somebody who wants to give to you generously. And I think that's been the problem with these other people. Is they weren't generous enough. They didn't give you anything except mixed signals, and one of them wanted to give everything to you, but you weren't interested in them. But somebody is coming, and they're coming slowly, but they're coming, that's going to give generously to a confident, ambitious woman that's a Queen of Wands. Why did I say Gemini? There's a water sign here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But there's going to be equality. The two of you are going to be generous to one another when it comes to your money, your time, your affection, everything, in every way. It's going to be somebody who's going to be loyal to you, and you are going to get your confidence back. That's why you're going to be standing as this queen. You're so creative, and you're like, when you walk into a room, the room lights up. All eyes on you. You could have blonde hair, for sure. The full moon is significant. Show me when this is going to happen for her, Spirit. Throat chakra. When is this going to happen? In August. So this, remember I said they're coming slowly. They're coming towards you, and they will be here in August. You're going to have a new relationship in August. Not in the morning, in August. Okay, so look for August. There's going to be a new romantic person in your life. And this person is going to give to you equally. They're going to put in as much effort as you put in when it comes to relationships. Because right now, it feels like you are putting it all in and not getting anything back. Now, this one over here, I think they wanted to, but they're realizing that you did not want to be with them, or vice versa. The King of Pentacles. But you are, it's like you're just tired of love because it's caused you to lose your confidence. You've been through so much. But you're looking carefully for a new opportunity, and one is on the way. But it's moving slowly because it's coming through a wheel. Your karma, you're going to get what you deserve. And it's going to be somebody who's going to show you a lot of affection, a lot of love, okay? That is the message that I have for you from Spirit. I'm going to give you one more thing. I'm going to give you some angel cards. I hope that this has been helpful to you and that it's made sense and I wasn't like reading for the wrong person. Oh, okay. 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 I'm glad I was reading to the right person. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for letting me know, and thank you, Spirit, for not making a fool out of me. Okay, so you have somebody new coming towards you in August. And you're going to ghost this person, but you're afraid to. You want to so bad. But I think you're afraid of doing it. You're afraid you're going to self-sabotage. But what would be the outcome if she would just go ahead and leave this person? Okay. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands came out together in reverse. So somebody would be emotionally introspective. So they were trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? And why weren't they attracted to me? And why weren't the Fool is in reverse on the bottom of the deck? I'm gonna tell you what I say, okay? I want you to listen carefully to me, okay? In life, it's easy now because of technology to just ghost somebody, okay? But that's a very immature way to handle a situation. And if you've grown, I suspect you already know that. And that's why you haven't done this. And that's why you are realizing that this would hurt somebody. Ghosting is not the way to go. What you need to do is you need to talk to this person and you need to tell them that you no longer want to be in a relationship with them and that you hope that we can remain friends, but if not, I understand. And then you just need to walk away. Now, if you're in a situation where you can't get out of it because you're afraid that this person will hurt you, because you were afraid of touch. When somebody is afraid of touch, that means they're afraid of abuse of some sort. If you're afraid this person will abuse you if you try to leave or hurt you in some way, you may have to ghost them. But you can still leave them a letter explaining why you left. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I'm just letting you know my thoughts about it. You can do whatever you want. No judgment here. If you have to ghost them, you have to ghost them. I get it, okay? But try not to do that. Try not to do that, because then it's going to leave this person wondering, what was wrong with me? Why didn't they have attraction to me? And why were they so afraid to be with me? But you know your situation way better than I do. So don't take any advice from me if it doesn't resonate. But on a pretty wide scale, most of the time relationships can be ended maturely by us looking somebody in the eye and saying, it's over. I'm sorry, but it's over. I don't want to be in this relationship with you anymore. You know, it was fun while it lasted, but we got to say goodbye. We got to go our separate ways. I'm going to get my stuff and I'm going to go. Or you got to get your stuff and go. You got to get out. It's time to go. Please don't ghost people if you don't have to. Please just don't. Okay? All right. Angels, what message do you have? Whoa! We love a good time and a good joke as much as you do. So you're a person who likes jokes. You like fun. You like to have laughter in your life. Allow space in your life for lightness and joy in all moments, great and small. So it's time for you to have some fun. For real, for real. I'm a magnet for good hair days and spontaneous dance parties. I embrace fun in my life. Good for you. Good for you. Get out there and have some fun again. My life is full of magical moments. I see signs and guidance from the angels in all that I do. Message from Archangel Uriel. Call upon me, the Archangel of Epiphanies and brilliant ideas, when you need spiritual messages, revelations, and magic. And I sense that's what you need to get away from this person. I am present and focused. My powers of manifestation are unlimited. Messages from Archangel Metatron. Call upon me for grounding and assistance in manifesting your personal goals with confidence. Okay? And then on the bottom of the deck, that's the top, Spirit says. On the bottom of the deck, we have, I am on a path of spiritual awakening. My soul's purpose is clear to me. That was your question, right? From Archangel Metatron, I can help raise your energetic vibration, allowing your inner change and the awakening of your true spiritual calling. Because that's what you really wanted to know. That's what I feel you really were asking. Alright. I'm being told to pull one more thing for you. Can you give her any guidance? I feel that my moderators went to bed because it's late in India. It's getting dark here, so it's probably like 3 a.m. in India. But I'm thanking them for being here as long as they were. I apologize for being late. Can we get some guidance on getting in that soul's path and getting on that purpose, getting in that purpose, being that Queen of Wands that's so ambitious and stands out, has so much power. Okay. It came out in reverse, but I'm going to hold it upright. You're going to have good luck cutting ties because this was only supposed to be short term. And it's time for you to go on a journey. Your fortune is improving and you will get a lucky break soon. Collect nuggets of wisdom. You will need them in the near future. Cutting ties. You may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Finding a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. Didn't I just say don't ghost them? In short term, this position is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. No worries. You will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. and journey. You may make a new place for work or travel. Exploring the world gives you the experience you need to succeed. So it's time for you to journey outside of this relationship. Somehow, four-leaf clovers, scissors, fancy scissors. You might be wrapping Christmas presents, fireworks, really beautiful fireworks, and the pyramids could be, oh, there's a gift. You have gifts, but you're not being flexible, so you're not moving up, and you're not having a new life. So it's time for you to get out of this and go. Go with grace, but go. Okay? Alrighty then. Is there anybody else that has a question? Okay, then just ghost them. If you're afraid of abuse, then just ghost them. I mean, if you even have that, I want you to ghost them. Just get out. Okay, it's time. What it's time to do, baby, is you got to have an exit plan. You got to start taking money and setting it aside so you can have money. So somehow you got to hide some money. Okay? Do whatever you got to do to hide money. And when you get enough money that you can leave, or you need to go to a relative and ask to borrow some money and explain to them why you need it. If you have a relative that'll help you, that's even better. You're welcome, baby. But get you some money and find you a place to go. A friend, a relative, a woman's shelter. They'll take women and children if there's a child involved. Wherever you've got to go, I want you to plan to go. And I want you to come up with a plan. It's time for you to come up with a plan, okay? And you're going to have good luck cutting ties with this person. And you're going to go on a journey, which means you're going to leave and get away from them. Get off of social media, change your platforms, change your names. You know, make sure you get all that done. Be prepared to do that the day that you leave so that this person cannot follow you. Okay? Let me just see if I can find out. What might this person's reaction be if she leaves? Wow. Okay. They're going to feel like they hit the jackpot and say that you had a bad reputation. They're going to try to make you have a bad reputation. But somehow they're going to feel like they hit the jackpot. And listen, they're going to be creeping. They're going to be creeping because they don't want you moving. Look, they're not going to be able to fish for comments, so you're going to be able to block them. Look, no bad karma. You're not a divination abuser. They've been, I think, accusing you of that. And they don't have all the facts, but they're not going to want you back. You're going to be okay. Somehow they're going to feel like they've hit the jackpot. I don't know what that means. You're welcome, baby. Come on back. Listen, I'll be back tomorrow. If you need anything at all, I'm on social media. You can look in the description. My phone number's in the description box. If you need anything at all you got to do is reach out, okay? I'm here for you. And I wish you nothing but the best. Is there anybody else? Okay, somebody had a question, but they weren't speaking it out loud. Is there anybody else that has one, though, before I do that one? Spirit said to go ahead and do that one because that person needs to go to bed. Or they have something they need to do. All right, Spirit, what do you want to say to the person who won't speak their question out loud? What is life going to look like for this person 3 months from now? What is life going to look like for this person who won't ask their question 3 months from now? Things be at a standstill, but you're going to have inner peace. 3 months from now, what's life going to look like? You're going to be in solitude, and you're going to trust. And there's not going to be a miracle. Nothing miraculous. So nothing miraculous is going to happen, but you will be alone or in solitude, and you will be able to trust. Okay? So nothing miraculous, or maybe I should read that upright. Maybe there will be something miraculous. We'll see if it comes out again. Okay. 3 months from now, Spirit, what is it going to look like for this person? 3 months from now. There's going to be a transformation in your life. Your life is being transformed. And it has to do with being alone, in solitude, and trusting. Look, trust is on the bottom of the deck in reverse. So that's what's being transformed about your life is your trust. You do not trust. You have a hard time trusting people. Card turned upside down. Your dreams are here, so you're having dreams. You're protected. Your protection is here. And you have a spirit guide. So your spirit guide wants you to know you're protected. Whatever's going on with you when it comes to your dreams. You could have recently had a nightmare. You're protected by your spirit guides. Whatever that dream was you had is protected by the spirit guides. Whether it was a nightmare or it's a dream that you want to have come true. Is there anything you need to do between now and 3 months? Is there anything you need to do to make it more successful and transformative? That flew out. Answers came out. Answers. So you need answers in order for this to be transformed. Either you need to give somebody answers or get answers from somebody. And it has to do with love. Somebody may have crystal blue eyes or one eye that's real blue. You could have 2 different color eyes, somebody. So you need answers about maybe love. Alright, let's see if we can find out what those answers are. If this is about a person that you are planning on being with and you're wondering how they feel about you, let's see how they feel about you. How does this person truly feel about this person? They feel like there's a lot of chemistry, but like running. Wow. How does this person truly feel about them? Confused because of not running. They might have felt like you might run. They feel like there's unconditional love and they don't want to run. How does this person truly feel if this is a person? Like somebody's being tricky, dishonest, and lying about family, triumph, and security when it comes to getting established. So the person that you're dealing with, they feel like you or they are lying about moving in together, living together. And this is a misunderstanding. What's the truth about moving in together? How do you feel about living with this person? Spirit says use your intuition. Tell us, Spirit. Like you're mirroring and you don't want to fight. You see your reflection. You both share the same feelings. And you know that. You know that you mirror one another. So somehow you're both going through the same thing, and you don't want to fight about it. You don't want to have any conflicts or incompatibility. I don't think there is any. I don't think there is anything. There's nothing to fight about. You both have the same feelings. Rejection is on the bottom of the deck. What does this person think about you? They think and manifesting. What do you think about them? You think they're not happy? There's confusion and dark influences, third party dark influences. So you feel like they're not hoping, and they feel like you're not happy, you're confused, and there's somebody else possibly in the mix. Like you might have somebody else. But they're longing. I think this person really wishes this would be real, but they're so afraid that it's not. Somebody's alone and they're clinging and longing. So if you thought they were with somebody else, this person is solitary. And they're going to stay that way for the next few months. All right. Is this person really wanting to be with this person I'm reading for? The one that they are needing answers about. Does the person that they need answers about really want to be in a relationship with them? There's something better and it's unlikely. No. No. They do not want to be in a relationship with you because there's something better and it's unlikely. So they feel like, okay, it can be taken either one or two ways. They could feel like that it's unlikely because you think there's something better. Let me look at it in another way. Okay. Would it be a good idea for the two of you to be in a relationship together? There's no trust. You don't trust each other. And you need to ask for help from others. And take action. If they could learn to trust each other, would they make a good couple? Reconsider. No. So it's not meant for the two of you to be together. It's just not meant for the two of you to be together. That's your answers. So somebody is being dishonest about living with you. They don't want to live with you, I don't think. Merely, you're not fighting. Yeah, this isn't meant to be. This is not meant to be. Is somebody here being dishonest, Spirit? helpful people. If you believe, no. So there's not anybody being dishonest here. Why are they not meant to be together? I think there's somebody else that somebody's meant to be with. Why are they not meant to be together? Because I choose you, dating, gossip, and arrogance. And somebody has a lot of late nights. So somebody is saying, I choose to date you, but people are talking about it because somebody's so arrogant and they stay up late at night. What's being said? What's the tea? Let me get the tea deck. Hold on. No wonder you didn't want to ask this out loud. This is complicated as hell. This is a private reading. Alright, what are they gossiping about? That this is played out. This is over. It's the same shit, different day. Wow. What else are they saying? That you're always partying. Girl fight in reverse. So girls could be fighting over you, or you could be fighting some other woman over this man, and then you're always partying. So this is over. And people are even saying that it's over. Why are they still living together? Maybe they're being tricky about living with you because this is over. Why do you care so much? Because somebody being a stalker and somebody crying over you and travel. So somebody was stalking and crying. That's in reverse. And it's because of travel. So like you went on a trip and somebody cried and then stalked you the whole time you were gone. Or they're going to. They're obsessed with you. You have an obsessive lover. That's why you care. They party too much and this is over. And it was said very, very, very plainly that it's over. Okay. It looks like they do have somebody else possibly. Let's see. Is there somebody else that they have feelings for? And if so, can we see how they feel? If they have a third party, is there somebody else? How do they feel about that other person? They are secretly admiring them. And it's divine masculine. How does he feel, though? Like he can't say no. Or somebody can't say no. And there's deja vu. Past lives. You might have those moments where you feel like you've been there before. We might have, that could be the dream where you're like, oh, I dream about this person. How else does he feel or she feel? Like they're not better off. What would make them better off? Letting go. In intimacy. They're alone. And there's no intimacy. Or they feel alone and there's no intimacy. They need to let this person go. They're not better off because of letting go. They can't say no and they feel like they're not better off because of letting go. How do you feel about them? Do you even know? Like they're running and elusive. They're lying and being tricky and running. So you do know and established with somebody else. They're the one that's with somebody else. And then there was somebody it's over with that person. You're not roaming wild. You don't feel like they're roaming wild. How else do you feel? Like there's lust. What's the truth? They're unhappy. And there's deja vu. Why are they unhappy? They have a resentment. Why are they having a resentment? Because of some mixed signals that were sent. And feeling like this is a fantasy. What would they like to see happen here? This person, I guess Divine Feminine, has unconditional love for you and would like to live with you. And they might pretend, wear a mask. What are they pretending? Like they're conflicted. There he is again on the bottom of the deck. They might feel like you're conflicted. I don't know. Somebody here is conflicted. Okay, so we have a twin flame that is with a third party. And it doesn't look like you're meant to be with that person, but you won't leave them because I'm not sure if I got why you won't leave them. But that might be the answers you needed. Why won't they leave them? Because they feel helpless and they don't want to live a double life. Why would they be living a double life? Maybe they feel helpless because they are living a double life. Because you got away. And you got away and they learned their lesson about not sending you messages. They were living a double life. Look, and this is true love. They truly are in love with you. But they have been, they feel helpless to not live a double life. This person is pretending like they're in love with whoever this is they live with. They're spying on you. They're in love with you. They're supposed to get away from the person they're with. And it was saying that is played out. Somebody parties too much. And you got away because they wouldn't learn their lesson about not sending you messages. What did they want to say? That I can't move on and I fantasize about you. And that I'm truly in love with you. So you should have told this person. That's your answer. You should have told this person. And you should also tell the other person that you're not in love with them anymore. Or whatever. Alright. What's going to be the outcome here? That person has that obsession. What else? Somebody's going to regret a leap of faith. And there's passion and stability. You're going to regret a leap of faith because of passion and stability. And boundaries. What if they would have a leap of faith? Or whatever. There would be forgiveness. So you're afraid that you would regret taking a leap of faith because the person would be mad and it would affect their stability. But Spirit's saying if you would do it, they would forgive you. And don't go slow either. Get out. Just get out. What's this person likely to do? Set boundaries because of support. And interference. So it looks like you're going to stay. But what's the transformation? Because this is going to happen in 3 months. There's chemistry and patience. Somebody's not awoke. They're not woke. There's rejection. You're going to stop being on different pages. So there's a lot of chemistry, and this person's been very patient with you while you were unawakened and rejecting them. But you're going to stop being on different pages because somebody has a new love. Outcome of the new love. Put away the computer. That's just strictly sexual and out of balance. And you'll have to have acceptance. That's not a good thing. What's going to be the outcome of that? A friendship with a past life love and abundance and marriage. Somebody's available and they have integrity. Outcome of the friendship. It looks like you're just going to be friends. Somebody's not going to accept that. Why not? Because they're protected, there's integrity, and this is fate. And there's a soulmate that's available. What is fate? That there be interference from a twin flame. It's fate that twin flame comes between you and this person that you're with. You're in denial about time apart and being available. So I'm going to ask the angels if the two of you will be together. If you'll ever be together in a relationship. Because it looks like you want it. But you don't want to leave this soulmate. Romance, and if you believe. Will these two people ever be together, Spirit? Will they ever be together as a couple? Ask for help from others. You don't believe it. You don't think so. Will they ever be in a relationship? A year from now, if you believe. Will this twin flame ever come together? It's unlikely to wait. It's unlikely that somebody will wait. You're not listening to your intuition. Will the soulmate stay with them? Will they stick it out together through all the stormy weather? That song's coming to mind. No, they're not going to stay together. Listen to your intuition. So when I asked if the two of them would be together, it said it was unlikely that they were going to wait. And the soulmate, they're not going to stay with them. So it's unlikely they're going to wait for something. Take action. Maybe it's unlikely that they're going to wait to be with you. Let's see if we can find out when. Because the timing cards can say, you know, not in this lifetime. When are the twin flames going to be together? In September. Not in this lifetime in reverse. And it's not worth waiting for in reverse. So it looks like maybe you have already been together in a September. Or you're going to be together in September. In this lifetime, and it's worth waiting for. Wow, you guys are close to not making it. But it looks like you're not going to give up until you're together. It looks like you have a lot of chemistry. You have a good friendship. This person went without talking to you, though. And I think it's because of the soulmate that they were with. How does this twin flame, this divine masculine, because I think that's who I'm reading for, how do they not F themselves when it comes to their twin flame? Don't declutter. Okay, what else? Whoa. Escape materialism. You have gifts. Never surrender to normal. So you're special. And exercise came out sideways. So you might exercise too much. You could be hurting yourself or taking steroids or something like that. So don't declutter. You are caught in a relationship with somebody for money. You have special gifts. Don't surrender to normal and somehow exercising. And you are charming. Anything else? Your home needs some TLC when it comes to this past life connection. And create a routine. Alrighty then. Anything else? I'm going to see what your angels would say right quick. Let me figure out what I've done with these cards. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. My leg is hurting me so fucking bad. I need to see a doctor, but I don't have any health insurance anymore. What happened to this box? Okay. It was right here. Here it is. Whoops. I just saw something move over there. Oh my God, that creeped me out. Yeah, I see you down there, but I saw something move up there. Okay. I need to get some guidance for you. I'm going to get some guidance for you from... What are the relationship issues between you and this soulmate? You feel incomplete. And fear of loneliness came out in reverse. It's like you don't want to have a fear of loneliness. I think you ended up with them because you didn't want to be alone. And now you feel incomplete. All right, and we'll put those back in different places. What are the relationship issues between you and the twin flame? You feel like you're losing yourself, and eye candy came out. And being a victim in reverse. I don't know if somebody actually was a victim or if they played the victim. You feel lost when you're with this person, you feel lost in them. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. And beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. So somehow eye candy. That eye candy card could have been in reverse. I'm not sure. Take it as it resonates. You either are beautiful or they want somebody. Some people they just want somebody that's real good looking, and they forget that they're getting old too, just like everybody else. All right, I'm gonna give you some guidance, and then I'm gonna shut up. But whoever you are, you wouldn't ask, so Spirit wanted you to get the answer anyway. Okay, there's your answers. I am deserving of vibrant health. So somehow your health is a factor, whoever you are. I honor my body, and my body honors me. Archangel Raphael, with my emerald green rays of light, I can bring your body and soul back into alignment for optimal health and balance. And abundance flows effortlessly into my life. It is natural for me to thrive. Archangel Ariel. It might be Ariel. I think it's Ariel. Call upon me, the Archangel of Manifestation, to bring abundance and prosperity into your life. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have... Spirit said that's the top. Thank you for keeping me in line, Spirit. There is always a divine solution to every challenge. Everything always works out for my highest good. Messages from my guardian angels. Remember to call upon us for assistance every day. We are always ready to lend a helping hand. Just ask us. So make sure you ask them every day. I'm going to pull trinkets for you, whoever you are. Trinkets for whoever this is, so they'll know exactly who you're talking to here. Alright, I have the love between a grandmother and granddaughter is forever. I have the Hanged Man. I have a hand of Fatima. This can represent protection, which we've already seen in the reading, or it can, to me, represent somebody who is also a card reader. I have a Celtic knot. You could be Irish. And I just lost that thing. I'll have to find it before the vacuum cleaner does. I have a mixed drink. Remember, somebody was always partying? You drinking. You having a mixed drink. You probably have one in your hand right now. You could also be a bartender, or someone here could be. And then I have, wow, the love between a mother and daughter is forever. So somehow there's a mother and a granddaughter that are significant here. Mother and grandmother is what I meant to say. Okay, I have 2 keys that look identical. And then I have, let the spirit of adventure set the tone. And open, once your mind has been stretched to with a new idea, it can never regain its original dimensions. I have an owl for wisdom, and I have a metalhead gear. You might listen to heavy metal. Alright, I'm going to let it go there. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful night. Stay blessed. If you need me, reach out. And the only reason I'm closing and not answering any more questions is because the camera is about to, the battery is about to die on my phone. And my dog has to go to the bathroom. So y'all take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to try to be on tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Be blessed. Bye-bye.